It's a quick rounding up, so to say. So now that we are back to the man, and then a queen for that's Queen B, right there. However, let's go back to how the slot was initially shared. Okay, so I think I expect Excel to be here, but let me see. Okay, I found him. He's here. Oh, great, sir. You are supposed to go next, and then after yourself, it would have been Sir Adeola. Then shared it around. So I'll let you go now. Then after yourself, I would let Princess as a lady. Guys, sorry, Sir Adeola, sir. I am passing it on again, but I would say you go after her. So let's manage the time quickly. Excel, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Mr.
evening, sir.
Mayegun, thank you for the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Then before I proceed, let me say I did not support one Nigeria.
Okay.
So I support the country to be divided. Igbo should go their way, Yoruba should go in their own way, and Hausa also should go in their own way. But I would like to contribute like one or two things to what we are discussing now. Number one, Nigeria cannot get better. That's just the truth. It can't get better. Because the issue of godfatherism it can't get better. And with the look of things, Labour, PDP, AC, all these things, godfatherism is there. Like in Lagos now, okay, we want to remove APC, we want LP or PDP to take over. This LP we are talking about, they are still doing godfatherism. Like I listened to interview of Jando. In that interview, Jando is saying, okay, GRV supposed, GRV, they brought GRV to him that they want GRV to be his deputy. And he said, no, that one cannot happen. That he leave APC to PDP because of godfatherism. And now you brought GRV again to come and be my deputy. No, I can't take it. Everybody should go and take a form before they now told GRV to go to Labour. You see what you are saying? So Nigeria cannot get better. It can't get better. Then the issue of all these Agbero transportation in Lagos State, I will not blame the transporter or the Agberos. I will not blame them.
Right.
I will blame I will blame the government. Because if the government want to stop all these Agbero for what they are doing, they can stop them easily.
Of course.
They can tell them not to extort anybody. So that is the reason I will blame the government. Then
that is very right, because people believe that it's the government that is enabling them anyway. It's not because they are over, and they believe that as well, that it's because in the other hand they are also helping the politicians to keep government. So it's like rob my back, I rob your back. Like you said, it's never going to end. But continue, sir.
So I will just drop these two advice, then I will leave the space for other people to contribute their own quota.
Please.
You used to say something. Injustice to one is injustice to others.
That's right.
LP, we are now shouting, we want our mandate, we want this. What about Nnamdi Kanu? What happened to him?
And his own judgment too.
And his own judgment. What happened to Nnamdi Kanu and his own judgment? What happened to Sowore? and his own judgment too.
Hmm.
So, and lastly, I will just advise
Igbo that did nothing, committed no kill
Igboho,
anybody.
yes. What happened to Igboho and his own judgment?
Hmm.
So that's the reason I started that Nigeria cannot get better. And lastly, I will just advise the LP and the PDP, if they want know that they want to defeat APC, they should go in an alliance.
Right.
They should work together. This is not a matter of you have done this for me. I want to go. I too, I want change of government in Lagos so we can know what is really happening there. Thank you.
God bless you. Excel. That's a brilliant. I actually love your own perspective or where you pick it from. That's one brilliant thing about the People's Parliament. You just don't know who is going to join and you don't know what they want to say. Thank you for adding to the whole thing. Stay safe, sir. So now let's quickly nobody to chase saluta to your long. Okay. Now we'll come back. What happened to your Agbada now, Abi? What did you do? I'll come back to you, citizen. Okay. Now let's go back to now. This is what we're gonna do. Our time is just about 40 minutes to go. Okay. Now all of us here we have to make use of it. I know there's no way we're not going to overshot. I just don't want to overshot. So let's manage it. Okay, sir and ma'am, we'll let the lady go first out of respect. Okay. Then I will ask Sir Adeola. Sir, you go next after Princess. Then we can then go to Ken's casts. Normally, Ken would have been next, but I kind of gonna reserve some these goodies I'm seeing on the screen. So here, Ken's will go after you. Then we're gonna come to Kenneth. After Kenneth, we're gonna go to Naxxxy. Sir, it's gonna be you. Then Adeola, it will be it will be us next. Then UK. I'll just keep it at that. So depends on how I remember. Okay, let's go to Princess without wasting much time. Omoba, how are you?
I'm fine. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening to you, ma. Please.
We have lots of issues at hand,
That's right.
From the foreigners, to Nigerians, to the government, to the people themselves. We have so much going on at once. Like I've always said, majority of the rich countries that we see, that we talk about, oh, America is the world power, UK is the so clinical. No, these countries are actually not rich. They are actually not there. And I'm always saying it, I've said it here severally, that why should 1 unit of their money be 900 units of mine? Why should I get money from IMF? Why is IMF giving me back my money? Giving it back to me as a loan. Somebody was saying government should stop Agberu. Agberu, which Agberu?
Each of them.
That industry makes 87 billion. That's the 87 billion naira yearly industry. Government make money from Agberu. Government gongo Agberu.
Yeah.
Except if we are not saying these things the way they should be said. If you are calling a true born Lagosian Igbo and telling us somebody is coming to take over, we want him to take over. Let Badipo take over.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't believe in one Nigeria. But I will always support everything that will break the system.
The status quo.
Everything. Be it NSAS, be it obedience, be it Yoruba Nation, be it Sunday Igbo, if it is going to break that system, I am behind you. I'm standing behind you. Because this is not what we signed for. You're taking history away from schools. Because
does it make any sense, ma? Yeah. For somebody to want one Nigeria, right? But in that one Nigeria, they want Igbo to be part of that one Nigeria, yeah? But they want to tell them where they have a limitation and what they can aspire to be in that same one Nigeria.
Igbos are actually been marginalized since day one, you know. They said there was a civil war. I don't call that civil war, I call it a genocide. They were killed. You know, so when you tell people they can be in a system, the system itself was created to fail. I love obedience. I love the movement. I love what they are doing. I love the fact that they could stand up and, you know, face the system. But that system has been built to fail. Mayegun people will thank Buhari in another 6 months. People will, yes, they were thanking Jonathan when Buhari came. Have you forgotten?
I remember.
People were saying, oh, Jonathan's time was better. Then later they said, Yar'Adua's time was better. The latter will always be better. The system has been built to fail. The system is going to collapse by itself.
On itself, too.
Because it has been built to fail. It will continue like that. It will continue to get worse. Obi will not do any miracle. No. He's not going to do any. Is it not the constitution he will work with?
The same one.
Is it not that same constitution that doesn't owe your children education? You know, why you
go with the disruption? Let the system be disrupted. Either the political system, the entire
it will die a natural death, Maegu. We might not even need any efforts to do it because that system was created to fail. The system has been created to fail. It will die a natural death by itself. Oh my, it will continue to get worse. And it will get to a state that the center will not be able to hold anymore. See, how many are Nigerian police? About 300,000?
That's right.
And we have over 120,000 of them with politicians carrying their wives' bags and making amala in their house. And they tell you, oh, this corporal can make amala very well. Oh, corporal knew which Nigerian, you know?
I know.
Uniform, black on black. He's cooking there. So if anything should happen sporadically, Kano, Lagos, Calabar, Mayegun, you will know that these people are just full of shit. They can't do anything. So the triangular stuff that I've described here, the 1% up, yeah? The 3% below that are the military and the police, enforcing the order of the 1% on all of us. Mayegun, we have another 1% under police. They are your pastors and your clergymen, your imam. They come and feed you lies. They tell you to pray about a system that is not working. They tell you to pray when you're sick, but they travel abroad. Right. They sell stickers to you, you know, to guide you, to watch over you. And they have guards with guns with them. They are part of the system. Pastors, religion has been weaponized. Then we have the 5% of us, Mayegun. Majority of us that are awake, we are there. You know, we are trying to wake other people up. You know, that's the 10% of people. Now, from the 90% of people that are sleeping, Mayegun, we have been able to wake another 5%. You see those 5% we woke up, there is level to wokeness.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? There is level to wokeness. You see those 5%? They are really disturbing everybody. So the 85% are still sleeping, and they used to continue like that. Who makes our syllabus, Mayegun? The government.
Yes.
The government, they took history out of it. A child in Germany is learning about mining in school. Where is he coming to mine? Use that. It's coming to mine here. ABCs, and when some people don't speak English correctly, you see some idiots coming online to castigate them. Hey girl, Oyibo, you are all mad. Oyibo cannot speak Yoruba. They tried to bury us by stealing our identity, and we vote. That's what we did. There is no child you will teach anything in his language that we don't understand. If you teach a child medicine in Yoruba, they will know it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let me allow other people to talk, because I can go on and on and on and on and on. You know, Baba? So thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for stopping by too. I appreciate that too. Nice one. So let's go to the Sir Adeola Adeyemi, without wasting much time, please. How are you, sir?
Thank you very much. I used to call you prophet, because everything you have said have come to pass. When the election wanted to start, when they were saying, go get your PVC and this, I believe that, okay, this time the election is going to be, you know, something different from what we've been having in the past.
To do,
you know. But as I continue watching your program, everything you've been saying, everything came to pass.
That's right.
You said something that believe them at your own risk. You know, so don't be disappointed when, you know, they start showing themselves. You understand? I can't really quote you the way you said
like
it. But,
expectation. I'm not against you believing what they are doing, but please manage your expectation. So that when it comes back, you'll be able to minimize your disappointment. You are following me, sir. That's right.
So when everything turned out the way it turned out, I said, okay, at least Mayegun told me. You understand? So I felt bad, but I didn't really feel so bad, because I was, you know, you had prepared my mind. Brilliant. You understand? So thank you for that good job, because everything is still playing out. It is the time of the court and the lawyer to cash out now. So they are cashing out. And then secondly, Princess and the other man that spoke, they already spoke my mind. They already spoke, they got me, you know, everything I wanted to say. Princess just hit everything on the head. I'm not a believer in one Nigeria too, and I still don't get it. The way this Nigeria is structured, that referendum have to be criminalized. You know, if it's a true federalism, people should be able to, decide whether they want to stay or not by votes. You know, so since it's been criminalized, Nigeria can never move forward with the same constitution that we have, even if Obi wins. You understand? So everything that Princess said was, you know, in line of my own thoughts too. So, and then lastly, I'm not going to take much time because there's other people that would like to talk.
See your time.
I always like your program and the way you form all those acronyms, you know, the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, you know, all those names, and how you abuse those people. Please keep on abusing those people that do not want to learn, that do not want to see reason. You understand? So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, and I'm so happy to see your face. One privilege I enjoy is it's so precious to me. Some of you may not know. It's the fact that a lot of you have been like ardent followers of Mayegun's Diary Political. When you come on and I get to see your faces, it tells me something. It means that my viewers are real people who actually want to know something, and they probably want to do something too after they know. So it means so much to me. So thank you for coming on, sir. You should have a good one, okay?
Yes, bye. Thank you.
Bless you. Yeah. So now let's go back to Ken. Ken's casts. Not you, Kenneth. I'm coming to you, sir, soon. I'm reserving the, it's like reserving the best for the last. So I'm not going to rush. Kens, Baba, how are you?
Baba Twali, great to hail.
It's been a while. Initially, I actually thought you were like in your hotel room and you just
No, I'm in my house.
I realized that I know you are actually in the house. So great.
Yeah.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I've been following you for 5 years now.
Brilliant. So even though virtually.
Five, yeah,
Nice
five. I've been following you for a very long time.
Thanks.
Even when COVID hit, and before the election before this one,
2019.
You know,
18?
Yeah, you said it. Yeah, 2019. You played it out. The way you played it out was how it happened, and this one again is just like spot on. I'm a big believer of Nigeria, and I'll give you my reasons.
Yeah, sure.
Before the election, so lots of my generation have lived in Lagos for years. My dad before, my grandfather before my dad, my mom's dad grew up in Ibadan. She gave birth. They gave birth to my mom's sibling in Ibadan. 10 of them. So I have a generation of lots of generation in Ibadan and in Lagos. We still have a family home in Ibadan right now, and it's not on rent. We gave it to one of the ladies that looked after my grandfather before he passed. So they're living there, looking after the place. They're not paying any rent, because that's I don't know how much rent we're gonna get from there. And so growing up in a family like that, where pretty much all my life, everything I know it's in the West. And then being that I'm from Anambra, my mom and dad are from Anambra. I'm an Igbo. I don't look Igbo, but I'm an Igbo.
Yeah.
I'm a full-blooded Igbo man.
Brilliant.
All my friends from primary school to uni, even until now. I've been in Australia for 9 years now. All my friends are all Yorubas. The ones that I say heart-to-heart stuff or share heart-to-heart stuff with are Yorubas.
You do things to your G's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like my inner kakos are Yorubas. And so when people tell me about splitting Nigeria, it just feels like the people who were in Germany when the Wall of Berlin was built, and people on this side couldn't go on this side, and people on this side couldn't go on this side. That's how it feels. I've always hoped that one day things will get better, and I will leave here and go home, because here in my papa house, my umbilical cord is in Nigeria. It's not here. I can easily flip the switch and decide not to think about Nigeria, because I've been here long enough I'm established here. I can easily forget about Nigeria and just stay here, but I've got kids that are coming up. The racism in the Western world is getting bigger, and it's getting bigger and getting worse every day. So I don't want my kids to grow up in that environment. And then you're looking at Nigeria with the way things are going in Nigeria, you just wonder, there's no place for us to go. And with this election that's happening in Nigeria now, in Australia, they're laughing at us really bad because it was televised on the TV. Usually they don't care about what anything happens in Africa. But this election was big for them. There was this boy in ANU.
What happened to you?
Asked,
right?
Sorry?
Like they are like wondering, like, what happened to you? What happened in Nigeria?
Exactly. They were like, are you guys okay? How would you know fully well that this person is out of place, is a former drug lord, and you vote him in? The Buhari one was worse, and now this one, it's like we get to hide our face in the sand, and with them looking at us like we're not intelligent enough, we're not intellectuals, but they know fully well that we are more in terms of our frequency and our reasoning and our behavior. We're way better than these guys. They know, but they're looking for excuses to make us look bad, to make us feel bad. Like, if you're that smart, why would you put someone, a drug dealer, as your president? So we're the ones we're taking the short end of the stick here.
Yeah.
Seriously, those in Nigeria wouldn't know what we overseas are going through, because the laughter, the mockery, even from African countries, other African countries that are in Australia, they're looking at it like, nah, man, with all your swag and all your brilliance and all your whatever, still look at you guys you are sitting on in the gutters. Why would you elect someone like this? You know, so it's really painful. You know, because me, I'm more Lagos. This ones that saying Yoruba and Igbo, I'm laughing at them because I'm more Yoruba than most Yorubas in Lagos.
God bless you.
I'm
And
more Yoruba than most people that call themselves Yoruba in Lagos. Because I can draw the map of Lagos.
Ken, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you? Brilliant. So all the time you lived in Yoruba land from 3 generations. Okay. I don't think, I mean, this is public space. I don't think you've ever come across where or any part of Yoruba land that Igbos killed people to take over. Like, did you
No,
come?
it's
Like,
never happened. It's never happened.
any part of
It's
Yoruba?
never happened. No. It's never happened. It's funny when people believe those bullshit. It doesn't make sense. It's funny because my dad was the union chairman of Idumota for 16 years. I know Abanikoro personally, even before he came to Land Life and started doing all this work, you know, political. I knew him personally. So I know a lot of these guys. So when I see them now bouncing off the wall and saying all kinds of rubbish, I just laugh because I knew that these guys are coming from the gutter. They had nothing. They were coming from nothing. Some of them, the only thing they had was to their name were the properties their mom or their dad owned in Obanikoro there or somewhere in Ikeja. That's all they had. So they're holding tight to Lagos because that's all they know. They feel like if someone else,
it's like taking away Yoruba land. That's what they are framing it as.
It's rubbish. It's rubbish. It's only a fool. It's only a dummy. Person will not get brain. Now everybody believe that kind of rubbish now. A person will not get. It doesn't make sense. Think about it.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. It's really painful when they make all these statements. It doesn't make sense. I have cousins that are married to Yorubas. Lots of them. Some of my nephews and nieces are half Yoruba, half Igbo. So if they come tomorrow, so I say, oh, you're not Yoruba enough, or you're not Igbo enough. So what do you want them to do?
We'll cut them into half. You take half to the east. We keep half.
Exactly. So they don't belong anywhere. That's what you're saying. They don't belong anywhere.
And it's a shame. Anyway, if people can be that,
it's a big shame because the people that are carrying this shit around are the older generations who are meant to know better. But because, like our sister said earlier, they don't ask questions. They just want things to remain the way they are. And people from my tribe who, that are saying the shit they're saying, I blame them a lot, and I don't blame them too much because the war had so many impacts on them. When my father sit down and tells you about the dreams, about how bad the war was, when you talk about war, you see it scares the shit out of them. They don't want to see it anymore. They don't want to see it anymore. So they tend to let's just keep quiet, let's just allow it to go the way it is. But believe me, if they don't bow to this generation, the next generation to come will be more nuclear.
Tell them. See, Kenneth, thank you so much. Okay, talking about managing the time, we have about 20 minutes to go. I don't know how I'm going to work it around these great men who are on my screen, but I'll try. It's been such a pleasure, right? That you are joining this. So I appreciate you. Now, let's share this so that we can have all balanced, okay? I remember sharing it earlier, and I kept a UK and all that, right? So what we're going to do is this. I am going to start with yourself, sir, Naxxxy, okay? You're going to go first.
Thank you so much, Maego. Trust me, I'm one of those fans that are behind the scene. We listen every day. And I'm going to be very brief. My break is off. I work in the hospital. I'm a nursing staff, but I'll just want to let you know one thing.
Yes, sir.
I'm an Igbo man. I'm born in Lagos. I have school in Lagos. Every of my school was in the West. I'm married to an Ijebu woman.
Wow.
And I keep wondering how people play this bigot role that they are playing so well. Even this morning, with everything you've said, some of them came to Arise TV this morning. I was still playing this bigot card. Oh, they caught us unaware. We are ready. We will show them. We will do this. It's the Igbos that are taking over this. They vote in block. Mayegu, God bless you. They forgot. You know one thing? They don't listen. They are so dumb.
And they haven't learned as well. They haven't.
If they listen to you,
the Igbos population of non-Yorubas in Lagos is just about 17%.
If they listen to you, you have said it or they don't listen. This one that they are going to church, doing usher, doing mall, licking ice cream, they don't listen. I wish they listen to you. Their problem are not the Igbos, it's the Yoruba.
Tell them.
Mayegu, yesterday you opened my eye to some things I overlook. Some of these guys that they demolished their houses, took their lands, they are the people paying them back right now.
Tell them.
And it's still going to happen on Saturday.
You see,
and they are still calling Igbos.
Yeah, like you said, they are planning to punish Igbos in Akere. Now, they have burned the whole place down. They didn't consider the real owners of the land, who are mostly Yorubas. They also
collecting rent.
Feeding on them for years. They didn't consider them. Now they are taking their land because they don't want Igbos there. Tell me how people are actually going to go to bed and
say. You, Maegu, they don't. I wish those bigots that are listening to you on this program go back to tell them. You know, I had one narrative one. They said the worst people to argue with are the fools. Maegu, you can have 10 people that is well read, but if you have 20 fools, you can't win.
They cancel the number. You know, another one. Do you know another one that I fancy, sir? Is you know, be very, very careful. In fact, be very scared of foolish people in large numbers. Because in a democracy, they can elect a president.
That is what is happening. These people are holding on to the system because of, and you know, there's this painful one. I have friends that are collecting contracts from the government. They are the ones supporting the government because they are eating from the government. Then the crazy ones that don't know that they're eating from the government are supporting them. We have to hold on to Lagos. So I will do again. You have to do this. My brother, I keep telling them, the people you don't see that are fighting you are the more dangerous people that you should be begging.
And if you have learned you'll be singing like the last man. You'll be begging everybody everywhere.
I'm telling you,
be serious. You're right.
Have they forgotten? Okay, you last man guys, do you know how many atrocities you have committed in Lagos? Last summer, all those people, all those la that you talk about that they bring, they have committed so much atrocities. You are holding on to Lagos. Okay, one of them came this morning. I was talking to GRV on one of the blogs, and he was talking about how they do blue rail, yellow rail, green rail, and the guy told them that this rail you are talking about started with another person entirely. Jack Conde started some of them. And you people have done that project 50 times over what is supposed to cost of that budget.
And yet you see,
are still holding on.
40% completed. Even though you brought in,
we can't continue.
You display them, it's not even like it's completed.
No.
How length can people be? And you are still using that to say, where we are, you see what we have done, Blu-ray. Come on.
I want to say thank you, Maegu. Trust me, if only they can allow this man that is licking ice cream in the mall, going to Sele, going to Chorus, to listen to your program, he will be spared. But unfortunately, they shield him, they go back and lie to him, they are telling him they are ready, but they don't even know what's going to hit them on Saturday.
No, they don't.
Because you've been telling them to be scared of this Gen Z, and they think they are just easy, they can override them anyhow. I'm going to make sure. Thank you, Maegu. Thank you so much. I am still your fan. I'm always behind the scene. Always. I keep liking every day. I just wanted to come in and, you know, corroborate what you have been telling them all this while. Peace out. My name is Kenneth too. It's just my son that put my Nazi there, but my name is Kenneth.
But it's all right. It's brilliant, right? You spent your break with us.
Thank you so much.
And it's a pleasure meeting you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you very
God
much.
Bless you. Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of the shift. Okay, all the best. So, let's go to Kenneth. After Kenneth, I am going to go to Adeola, my brother. Then after Adeola, my dear brother, UK, you will go after that. then it will just be me and nobody. The citizen this time around is somebody. So it's going to be me and him wrapping up tonight. Sir, no rush. I just gave you your tally there. You're going to go after Adeola, sir. But Ken, how are you? You need to unmute. Okay, I've done this. I've done that for you, sir. Please.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm fine. And you?
I am very well. It's good to see your face again.
It's good to see you guys again. Adeola, yeah, I think I saw we met the last time we were on the People's Parliament. Nice to see you again. And everybody too. Let me go quickly. Bible, like you said, really it's a shit show. What we watched on February 25th. It was a complete shit show. And if you also recall, during my last call with you, we said that the shit show is going to continue with the series level. We saw what happened, and then it was just a complete. It was like watching a horror movie. It's a nightmare.
Unbelievable. So many of the obedient still don't believe, but they are very much confident that the return certificate given to Kolu will be returned back to them. Very strong.
I wish them luck on that pipe dream, because like what Princess said, and a lot of people said, the system is designed not to work for the Nigerian state. It's designed to work against them. I don't know how many times we have to repeat this. We have to keep singing this anthem. It is designed, this Frankenstein, this monster called the 1999 Constitution, it's a complete joke, plain and simple. Even if Obi had won, according to the way they quote it, and he wants, yes, he will still be going through this complete shenanigan of this 1999 Constitution. It is just it's just that Frankenstein, that monster is there. It's not.
You remember, Ken? You remember when we said that it is so important that the obedient, they pass through this experiment and experience. In fact, it will help them to understand the system better, possibly figure out how to fight back. Now, that experience has passed. We are now following it up now with all this latest development. Do you believe that theory we said then, when we're talking about the obedience and every other, we said they needed that experience. They needed this experience. So that, do you think that theory is actually playing out right now?
Of course it is. You can see it plain and simple. It is playing out. Let me quick, because I want to give other people a chance to.
Sure, please.
To let's go to INEC, for example. You heard this buffoon, this joker called himself INEC chairman, saying, I assured you, like, are you freaking kidding me? Does he even know the word I assured you? Does he know what it means?
I don't think
he even know what he's saying? The guy is like as if I'm in a theater and I'm watching a movie and I'm looking at the villain coming towards me to come and kill me. I better just shoot the villain before it gets to me. That was what I just listened to. I assured you. He kept on using that word. I don't know if all of us in the parliament are if we've watched
use the word assured. I mean, it's not my thing, because I don't even give assurance to anybody. I don't use the word. Man, it's actually a very fancy word, though. You know, assure. They use that all the time. I don't use that. I don't use assure. I assure you. I can assure you. I assure. No, I don't.
It's right. It's like we just watch you lie after lie and continue to lie. We all know you can't sustain the lie, because at some point you keep lying. Your lie will be, as you are saying it, people are like, oh yeah, really, yeah. Keep it coming. That's exactly what he kept on doing. And then he look at what he's doing with P2B, the Labour Party, and the article with the court decision saying release this and that. He knew that they had 21 days window. 10 days is already gone. He's still playing cat and seat. That's what is going on. And at the end of the day, what is going to happen? It is the way the system, again, I'm coming back to it again. The system has been designed to work against, not for. That is that one. Last, so that I can go. I allowed us to. Nigerian election. Whew, my so you know, I was in the office at my other job. So I had got a lot of white guys there, and they really came to the Nigerian election. So they watched. There's this video section where the talk was with where at the poll saying, if you're not voting for this person, Tinubu, don't come here and come and vote this and that. So they were like, who is that? I was like, no one. I said, don't worry. That you won't understand. So what am I saying here?
Election, no, we are doing elections. So no, how can you say that's an election? You won't understand, I told you. So don't worry. Again, like I can imagine that scenario because they'll be like, what? I told you, don't worry. You won't understand. That's our election. We are doing election. Why are they shooting people? I said you won't understand. We are doing election.
Even when the interview that was done was interviewed that police officer asking him why a child was voting in the north, and he said, "How do you distinguish a child?" This and that. You know, I have this friend of mine. His name is Patrick. He's a white guy. He said, "What? Can you replay that?" And I replayed it again. He listened. He said, "Did he just say that?" I said, "Yes, you heard me correctly. He just said that." He said that.
I mean, the policeman said, "No, that's how they're born. That's how he's born. He didn't develop properly." A child. He didn't develop properly with voter's card. Okay, it's Nigeria.
I don't want to waste people's time there. I thought I can go.
Please.
Long story short is this: Nigeria is a ticking time bomb.
It's a ticking time bomb.
Whether we like it or not, Yoruba nation will kick in. Biafra will kick in. Me, I'm sorry, I love my parliamentarian place, but the truth be told, I don't know, how clear can it get for us to accept the fact that what we have in Nigeria is not visible. The Nigerian state called Nigeria is not visible. A situation whereby somebody who was born in Lagos and simply because his mother is Igbo and is married to an Igbo woman, he is an outcast. He becomes an outcast. Well, you know, for example, remember I told you in this parliament that I was born in Lagos, in Lut to be precise. I grew up in Mushin. I went to primary school, secondary school, right there. The only time I left Lagos for higher education was when I went into my university. You all right? And then before I started serving in the military. All right? I'm technically, if you are talking about Lagosian, this is it. I'm here. It's me.
We all know who are the Lagosians.
Exactly.
It's politics now that they are now trying to tell us that I should run away from you, Kenneth, because you are coming to take our land. So if I see you, I am being told to run from you because somebody want to lose their political posts. So I have to run from you to save. Come on. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah. And let me let you go. Let me let you
go. Ken, you've been wonderful as always. Okay, it's a pleasure having you back. Okay, thank you so much. Now let's go to Adeola. Adeola, bruv. It's been a while. It's always been a busy time for all of us. When you take time out to join us like this, I appreciate every minute everybody spends here. Okay, we cannot give excuses why we can't. But here you are. So I appreciate you, Baba.
Yeah, how are you? Baba, we've spoken quite a lot extensively. I think a lot of people have spoken quite a lot. So
I've been speaking your mind. Okay. So just the time and just probably just add an extra.
Yeah. I think the signs are on, if we keep on deceiving ourselves, is less productive. Saying that that Nigeria as a country is a redundant question. Is actually redundant. You can't call that a country. It's a charade. The election is exactly what we thought it would be like, and exactly if we'll be at one, right, Michael, then maybe Nigeria was meant to stay. If you see what I mean. If we'll be at one, then yeah, maybe we are wrong after all. But because Obi did not win.
That is why some people are offended, Adeola, that they actually believed.
They believed.
They believed that INEC was going to do the right thing. Some even believe that Buhari is going to the election because and then they believe every word.
Chairman.
And I said, there's nothing bad in believing. or manager.
The machinery that brought this man into position, Buhari, they've laid the foundation way before this election. No, a lot of people don't understand that they've done their homework, they've done everything. So bringing Buhari into power, they had already cemented how they will go about it.
Yeah, now the whole
region, it's done by Nigeria Limited. It's done by see, if Nigeria was to be prosperous, there are so many indicators you will find. Even if we have different tongues and different tribes and all kinds of people there, we will find that there will be productivity, because Princess mentioned something about one currency unit versus 500 currency, units of mine. The underlying factor of that is productivity. If you're extremely productive in your country, your currency would command value. So if you see, Baba, you have to have a certain number of engineers per 1,000 people. It's an indicator of prosperity, upward mobility, and that's how things are. So engineers are problem solvers. So if you don't have a certain number of engineers that are gainfully employed, solving all kinds of problems, then you can't be prosperous. So if the rail line in Lagos is taking way more than 14 years to do, it's because you don't have welders. You don't have machinists. An American welder out 2 years out of welding school, toba funi $60,000 per year. Koni gbashe nowhere now. Baba, you meant $60K per year. You meant I think command 70, I think command 80 for oil rig, for fracking facility, for skyscraper for New York. Baba, hold your money, man. You meant. But when you do not, so if you don't have all those things in place, don't expect magic, Baba. You don't expect magic if you're not going to have a driven, see, Tinubu has the same, maybe it's debatable, the same influence as Adeola, Kilo Fiche, the same influence, he will go to the Yoruba state, everybody. Kilo Fiche influence.
Industrialization, is infrastructure, can it benefit Tinubu?
Efiagbero in charge of mobility. Baba, it is unfathomable. Why would you keep that role? Is for engineers. That role is for city planners. That role is for architects. You are now exchanging that role. Why would you find someone head of motor parks? He's not an engineer. What problem is he solving? Is he solving for how cars will be able to move from A to B using alternative fuel? It's not solving nothing. And you expect that
it's a rent-seeking system.
It's a rent-seeking, state captive. So, a Tinubu presidency is a fast track to the old dissolution. So I'm not bothered. I'm just enjoying the ride. It's just that the ride, I can say I can enjoy the ride, but people are not enjoying that ride.
No, it's going to be very bumpy.
I'm not enjoying that ride.
Dead.
Some people find this ride uncomfortable to go on. It's an uncomfortable ride to be in. We can say it's hard, it's horrible, but people in Nigeria, for them, it's an uncomfortable journey to freedom. So I do empathize with them, and I see that there's a lot we can achieve if we want to build anything. Let's be honest. But since they are unable to be honest, it's to see Nigeria's currency is slowly encroaching junk bond status. I'm an economist by training,
right?
So understand they will keep on downgrading it, because if you look at all the clear indicators
and all that,
Baba, it don't cast all the productive.
Everybody go chop breakfast. I like that. Thank you so much.
In between the meals, no, in between. What's one for in between?
Any brunch or anything like that. Yeah.
Baba, you don't cast.
I am so happy to see your face.
Baba Bulaba.
Bala Blue.
God bless you, sir.
You too. Thank you. Adeola. Bulaba. Bala Blue. That's it. You don't have to understand the whole thing. Sir, UK. I don't know why you put UK, but I'm going to stick to it, right, sir?
Yeah.
You are with us, Anna. You are with us from the room, from the house. Then
yes.
that needed to be done, and you still don't want to be out of here.
No. I said I must complete this now. I'm heading to Baltimore, but let me finish before I'll start going.
Great.
Well,
I'm glad you waited. Okay. Thank you so much. Please.
Yeah. No problem. I mean, I'm one of your addicted. I'm addicted to this show. I always make comment. Anytime I make addicted, know that it's me that you're seeing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll pay attention now. Right.
So
Great.
what I want to say is that,
yes, sir.
Mayegu, if you want to build skyscraper, can you use 4 inches block and build it?
No.
After using 4 inches block to build skyscraper, what do you expect?
Disaster. Disaster.
So that's exactly what is going on in that country. It can never work. You see, ever since I was 15 years, I've been reading Things Fall Apart.
By
You see that Chinua Achebe, he already predicted what Nigeria would be. In that, I keep reading that book. Do you know that anytime I read that book, I get more inspiration about what is about Nigeria?
Like,
you see, it will never get better. Believe me. You see the politicians, you see the citizens, all of them, they are the same. Mindset, dangerous mindset. They have dangerous mindset. You can't ask questions. No. Even as I'm talking to you, my parents say, sometimes you argue with them. You tell them this is the truth. I mean, when you say the truth, they will say you are very, very insulting. Because you are telling them the right thing to do. But nobody wants to do it.
Yeah. So, living abroad. Do you think you are better than us? They say that to you too, don't they?
Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't listen when you tell them the truth, so what do you think will happen? Nothing will happen.
Nothing.
You will be there. You'll be stagnated. So there's nothing can happen because one, our mindset is very bad in that country.
Wow.
Even people who have stayed in overseas, when they go back to Nigeria, that Nigeria in them can never go out. So I don't know if they will change that name. Until they change that name, Nigeria, I think that will be the stepping stone. So we shouldn't even be comparing overseas. If you look at Rwanda, you can't compare Rwanda with Nigeria. I have a Rwanda friends. I have a Rwanda friend. I have Kenyan friends. I know what they are doing. You can't even compare them. Talk less of comparing US or UK. So anytime we are talking comparison, comparing all these Western, I mean, we're just making mockery of ourselves. It's a hypocrite because even within Africa, there's some nations that are even better than Nigeria. We don't even use them as a comparison. Then we are using across the sea, across the ocean to compare. What are you comparing for? Because these people, they don't have the same mindset with us. They don't think like us. See, ever since I came to US, I don't pray on Mayogu. I don't ask God for anything because I know when I walk, I'll get what I want.
That's right.
So I don't pray. I don't look at churches. But when you bring people over there, they will say you don't go to church. I said, go to church, make church, born you there. I'm not going to any church.
You there.
I don't go to church. I don't go to church. But I deserve whatever thing because I work for it. Whatever thing I work, I deserve for it. I don't complain. The only problem we have is that we are here.
Do you know something, Baba? There are so many people that instead of Nigeria pastors and all of them to draw them to God, they actually chase them from God because a lot of people are now like they don't believe in that God anymore. You know why?
No. I'm one of them.
Yeah,
I don't believe in Nigerian God. I don't believe in Nigerian God. But I can believe in Nigerian US. I can believe God of US, but I don't believe God of Nigeria. Why?
You always say, God bless America. So you believe that more than Nigerian God?
Yes. Even no matter how bad they are, I believe these people more than our people. Even those people.
They say seeing is believing, Abi.
Yes. Now, that's why I told you. When I come here, I say, which church do you want me to go? Which church? I don't go to any church. I don't go to church. My wife will be talking. I say, my wife, if you want to go. I mean, I can listen. Sometimes I will just go there, just go listen. But my mind is not there because I don't believe in all those nonsense. You see? So forget those things. It can never change until it will start from the family. From the family, go. Because even the family itself will tackle you before. I mean, the problem is too much.
On you. One man, a retired teacher for my place. He was elected as a councillor. So this man, somehow can't reject salary. They show. Are you with me? Retired school teacher, head teacher. I'm talking about back then when I was growing up. Now, people of 75 years, they contest councillor, 70 years. They're like retired school teacher and all that. The old man, they can't the press and say the guy very clean, he knows steal money, and the rest of that. The whole pressing and the rest, last 1 month. When people started saying, when they see him around, they will say, you better don't go there. He's going to send you a message. When he send you a message, now he's not going to give you anything. Because you see how I thought that he went to government and he didn't get any money. He went there, nothing.
Yes.
So we tell him to avoid him because he sent an errand. He won't give you anything because he has no money.
So the people doesn't like like the country, and they are not patriotic. Any individual who is not patriotic to his land can never succeed.
No.
But they don't preach that one now. They're not talking for church. They can't tell you now. They can't tell you. Even in your own house, if you're not disciplined to your own house, when you enter your house will be like a mad people. Where my people there? So what do you think that can happen to that country where everybody they're mad? People are mad.
Asylum now. Nobody. This is why we call it concentration camp. Asylum.
Yes, everybody is mad in that country.
Mad. Now mad.
I just visited last December now. Come and see how people we are doing in Lagos. Even my friend.
Yes.
He's a
Yes. So some of us who don't leave Nigeria 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, they get to Nigeria and they're like, come on, why do you think can't see worse like this? Like they see the people. People say I go shoot you, I go kill you, nothing go happen. Police the cock gone. When is this gonna end?
No. It can never end. It can never. Even a policeman, they tell me, sir. One of my friends, he's a policeman. He tell me, said, man, you see this country? Very soon, Aburo go take over. Even Aburo go, they slap them. The guy, if you see where Aburo is doing something in Lagos, so you don't enter. He said, don't even go. Don't even try it.
Abuja already. We will live long enough to see it. Because, remember something in UK, right? In this life, sometimes, if you tell people, they no go believe. Because they are not meant to believe. But life is a teacher.
Yes.
The more you live, the more you learn. Some experience day, where we say, you're supposed to have them. Some shege day, where we say, you're supposed to feel them. When I was growing up, they say, if the whole person knock for head, for Sokoto, and a day Enugu, you no get money to go Sokoto. If he's never visited Sokoto, for that moment that his knock is waiting for him in that Sokoto, he will borrow money, and he will go to that Sokoto, come down, show the head, then knock him. He will return back to Enugu. They say, why you go Sokoto? They say, somebody hold me knock. That's exactly what life is. Everybody will receive the knock.
Because it must reach everybody. This one, nobody can run away from them. I mean, we that even here, it will touch us because we have people over there.
We can't pretend.
No.
Everybody go collect.
Because even the financial aspect of it, you can even feel it. Me, I know how much I sent last year.
Yes.
I know how much I sent last year.
Increase. As the poverty in the country increases, so will your responsibility as well.
Yes.
I am there. I'm feeling it.
I know. Yeah, so I know. So let me just leave you go. Let me help by this thing.
See, I don't want you to miss too much hours on your way to Baltimore, but it's been a pleasure that you.
No, it's not too far. But I mean, I just wanted to say some things today because it's been a long. I haven't even called, But I say, well, once you bring out this parliament, I must come in. Citizen, I beg, sorry for taking you so long. God bless.
Stay safe, Baba. Drive safe. See you.
Bye bye.
Nice one. That's a UK, and here is my man, Citizen.
My good general.
Seeing nobody.
You can hear me.
Can you hear me?
You can hear me.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Let me first and foremost, cheers, because life is about enjoyment. before it's about anything else. Because
you believe that, but I only have just about 5 minutes to go now. I've overshot my time.
I think everything has been said.
Oh, here, go on, Baba.
I think everything has been said. There's always more points, but I think everything has been said. Let me say to everybody, Gen Z is coming for you with your bigotry. Gen Z is coming for you with your rigged election. Gen Z is coming for you. When it comes, nobody will be in their way. The people who are still in power, they seized it. They didn't ask for it. They took it by the barrel of a gun. People like Buhari, he took it by the barrel of a gun. OBJ by the barrel of a gun. The same with the others who have done the same. The same thing is going on in Lagos. Our people, who we all hail from somewhere, our people have made it so that to talk the truth is as though you're telling lies. And we must question those simple things. We must still tell the truth. We cannot allow the people who have put themselves at the head of a criminal enterprise to take control of a place that we call our ancestral land. And if we do, then it's on us. It's not on somebody else. Somebody else will not come and save us. So let me go to the point. Omoyele Sowore was part of a coalition. They were called CORE, who called for revolution in 2019, having gone through a rigged selection. The same process that just now happened again in 2023. People ridiculed him. People laughed at him. People looked at him as though what he was talking was nonsense. Now the same people will be on the street very shortly. When we meet there, we will understand ourselves. That's more than enough what I want to say.
I mean, that's so brilliant. A short reminder of history that seems to be like a long time ago, but it wasn't that long. This happened in 2019, and it seems that everybody's going to end up on the street the way it's going. Like, everybody will have the share of that injustice. Whatever it is, however it comes to you, injustice is injustice. When you feel cheated, you expect that there is a system where you can seek redress. But when you go to places where you can seek redress and you realize that it's been infiltrated as well, that disappointment will even end up having to take everything out of all those courtrooms and every other rooms, right? And as for the revolutionaries, yourself inclusive, right, is just going to be my enemy or the enemy of my enemy, or fighting the same enemy, means that it won't be a bad idea to meet them in the trenches, like you just dropped now. Everybody is going to have to react, right? And this is going to be the time. So thank you so much, citizen, for this and for helping me to manage that time, okay? I'm not going to...
And just quickly, one thing that people should try and do, please. Enjoy the engagement. Press the like button. It doesn't cost anything.
I mean, I appreciate that too. Thank you so much, okay? I'll let you go tonight. So I appreciate you on, and just like everyone else, I do appreciate you all. So if you are just joining us, it's been a very, very interesting conversation from different people all over the world who participated in the People's Parliament, okay? The first part was me trying to tell you or give you an update on the happenings. The other part is where everybody now joined to what? To add their own contribution. So whichever one you enjoy most, you can always rewatch. And if you joined us midway, you can always watch from the beginning as well. And if this is so long for you to rewatch, don't worry. I also have a premiere that when I'm going to cut all of them into smaller sizes, and you can still also see them on my Egun's Diary Political. Above it all, if you enjoyed this, prepare yourself for another one another time. To everybody who actually joined, but it was too late, time too short, you couldn't make it through. I can see you behind. I'm saying thank you to you too, at least for the effort, okay? But next time, please come early. It's always interesting. You can see your mind. And I hope we'll do that again. Thank you and good night.
Máyégún làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Máyégún làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Máyégún ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Máyégún Diary politico.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù máyé ń ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.